Got it.
Touch up my appearance. What does that mean?
Dude, you look the same way as yesterday.
Who?
You. You got you got a t-shirt on today. All right.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
It's cold in here, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna have a fucking hat on. I mean, I could take my hat off, but no.
Did you cut your hair? No, it's pulled back.
I did. No.
Why, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn.
I cut it maybe like 3 months ago or 4 months ago. 3 months ago. So just after I saw you, huh? I just got tired of it, bro.
Dude, you were looking like a monster, but I mean in like a good way.
Oh well, thanks, dude.
You were looking like a monster. You had the fucking beard. You had the long ass hair. Like,
yeah,
I was so impressed when I saw you.
See, I wanted to be the long hair crew. You know, I got some long hair.
Is it in a ponytail there?
Literally, the day that Chris told me that he wanted to be in the long hair crew, and it was at Michael's house. And he was talking about like, oh yeah, look how cool I am. I got long hair. I've got long hair like you guys. Look at me. Bro, like a week later I cut my hair. I was like,
have fun.
I was like
no more crew. He didn't want to be a part of it anymore.
Yeah, I was like, no, but it's grown so much. I got it. It's back, you know?
Nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah, last time I saw you, you had it probably like down to your shoulders.
Yeah, so not so much different. Got a little trim.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, happy belated birthday. I texted you.
You know whose birthday it is tomorrow?
Tomorrow, or in an hour.
Yeah, in an hour. By the way, that good friend of ours, he's willing to do a podcast with us. He's willing to join to relive the good old college days, you know, when we all lived together. So that'll be a fun experience.
Except he's going to come in here and try to roast us. So what we need to plan is that we're going to roast him.
Well, it's not necessarily roasting. He said it's his show now. Once he comes in here, it's going to be his show. And
so that's what I'm saying. Let's make it his show. Without him knowing, he comes on, he thinks he's going to be a guest on our podcast. And it's actually like that episode is the roasting of that guest.
Awesome. So we have to have like a monologue, an opening monologue,
like a 3v1. You know, Mac. I don't know how good of a job you'll do, but
I don't know either. Cause I like Michael, but I didn't live with him.
Me and Chris,
so I don't know.
We just gotta roast that guy. We just gotta go all in.
Well, I'm not a very good joke writer or a good roaster, so I don't know how I would be able to do that.
I'm pretty sure you could roast the guy. I've heard you roast him. People, you know.
I'm too nice.
Have a couple make it drinks, happen. Bro. Because he thinks he's gonna come in, be all suave on camera, and then that's gonna catch him by surprise, you know. You know, he's gonna be like, "Oh, wait a second, I gotta like whatever," and then boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be great.
So,
and I mean, he's old now. How old is he now? 30.
30.
Yeah, that's an old guy, you know.
Hey,
I think he still has it.
He can probably do more push-ups than us right now. So let's
probably not.
Let's not get beaten up by him. He's been working out. He's jacked now.
That's what he says.
I guess we'll see tomorrow. That would be one of the things we do. Is we have to have him do push-ups.
Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. Again, the birthday is tomorrow, so you know maybe he won't be able to join us. But before we continue any further, first I want to say congratulations on making it to the second episode of the podcast. We're now on episode 2, and we're working our way to become the greatest podcast in the universe. Sorry, no agenda.
So I listened to the first podcast.
Okay.
I think it was much more entertaining listening back, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Did you agree?
Yeah.
Like, there were some funny parts. Some parts that I thought were very funny yesterday were a little bit more funny today. No, more funny today. I thought so.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I only listened to, like, the first 10 minutes of it, and I definitely laughed. I laughed. Because it was just so ridiculous.
I was impressed that I laughed listening to us talking that I laughed out loud. I actually went ha ha ha, you know.
So
And there was one thing when I started it, when I clicked on the link, there was one thing that I was waiting for, and I didn't know if it was going to happen or not. I didn't know if it was going to be in it. And then as soon as it started, I said, "Oh, that part's definitely coming." And what I really wanted to know was if the editors were going to bleep out the word
name.
when I said.
Come on. Why do you have to do this? I have to continue. Look, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be a terrible producer, and I'm gonna.
No, you just gotta timestamp it. Timestamp it.
I'm gonna invite the worst guest. We're gonna invite her on the show one of these days as a guest speaker, because you just keep mentioning her name. And I mean, it's no problem for me to have her on the show, because I mean, this person has nothing to do with me, my life, and how I feel. She's never had any control over my life.
That's good TV, bro. That's good TV. This is like
it
some
would be
reality
great
TV type of shit. Yeah.
Well, who is that person?
The one that you just mentioned, whose name is probably by now.
The one to not be named, huh?
Well, look, that's your personal life, and I don't know if you want to have that bleed into the show. I think it would be great.
My personal life.
It'd be funny if we did have that. Just, I mean, and not that we're gonna do it, but it'd be hilarious.
We bring everyone's
crazy
ex-girlfriends.
Dude, everybody's ex-girlfriends on here.
And
we'll just bring them all.
I thought it was just funnier because it was like bleep, you know.
Don't worry.
Now he's got to go. Now he's got to bleep them all.
It's gonna be a bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah. A lot of bleeping.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow,
that's funny.
So there's gonna be like one episode where they're all invited, but at the same time.
I guess so.
It'll
get chunks, 10-minute chunks.
It'd have to be in our new studio. We need like a studio overlooking like the best place ever on earth. Like, listen, y'all made the bad choice, bad moves. Look at this studio. I should change my green screen to something fantastic.
You should.
You could. I mean, me and Matt could do that, dude. There's green screens right in this software.
Wait, is it really? I didn't know that.
It doesn't look as great.
I don't know. The only thing it allowed me to do was blur my background, which I don't really care for it, and I don't know how to turn it off now. So I'm not really sure how to do it. I'll figure it out next time.
Next time. Again, This is just the second episode. We're going to work on branding and all that stuff. One thing I do have to mention is Brian's camera shakes a lot. I think it's on a shaky.
Oh, it's a bad habit. Sorry, I lean in, so I don't have to do that. I thought about that much more yesterday than I did today. I wasn't thinking about it. Because when I'm teaching lessons and stuff, I got my guitar, because I teach guitar lessons on Zoom. I'm sitting back like this. Now that I'm talking to you guys, I'm like leaned into the table, moving all around. Yeah.
We're gonna have to develop some like stage presence kind of awareness,
You know what's funny about the whole thing? Yeah. Mag brought up one thing yesterday, and
dude, yeah, that fucking cat, bro, that cat.
Dude, he knows. He just knows.
Also, I just want to point out, in this corner right here, it says the name that we shouldn't be saying on. You're gonna have to bleep that out too.
Oh no! Remember, if you saw the original yesterday's video, no one's names are on there when you.
Nobody's names pop up on there.
No, because when you do the screen recording, it just captures only the video.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, so does Paps normally sit there, or is that just a new thing? No. Oh, this is now.
Yeah.
This is because we're all on here.
Usually, he sits right here. Anytime I try to do anything on my computer, he's like right there, and I'm like, "Come on, dude." And so what he usually does is he'll sit next to my computer and like just chill on the desk. I got like a little spot for him, and then I just put a chair next to next to my computer, as if like you were to come over and I was doing something
Mm.
on my computer and you could sit next to me and look. I put a chair there to see what that would do, and he'll just sit on the chair, so he's like doing computer stuff with me. It's kind of
Bro,
like
just
hanging
hanging with
out
the
with you.
bros.
Yeah, it's like hanging out with you guys,
Yeah.
except he just doesn't talk back.
It doesn't talk
Pretty much
about
it. Yeah.
We should get him his own camera for the podcast, and then he could just be a separate window over there, and he's just staring.
I think that would be really, really fun and really, really cool. And I don't know. He seems like he does a good job at it. He'd probably fall asleep,
I think if anything, people will tune in just for Paps.
right?
Yeah, he would
You
be
know
the
what I mean?
biggest star.
Yeah, he's
He'd
a
be
freaking
on all
cute
the
cat.
morning news shows, everything.
Maybe that's what this show should be about, is like just Paps. You know how there's like those,
The Paps
you know,
podcast.
you know how there's like those little cameras where it's purely on an animal all day, like thousands, hundreds of thousands of people tune in. That could be this thing. We can make so much money off of Paps.
There's 4 hosts to this show, and one of them's just a cat, and it's us
Yeah,
talking.
awesome.
But he's the host,
And he's the most famous one.
he's the
famous
host.
one. Yeah. Fucking
guess we
Paps,
gotta-
man.
So, I don't know what you guys were up to today, but I know that we were supposed to meet an hour before we did. As I was driving home from work, I saw these cops in a parking lot, and living in the area that I do, I just happen to know a lot of the cops, right? In good ways, not bad ways, good ways.
Yeah.
And so I thought, oh shoot, by chance, maybe I could pull in, and it's gonna be one of the cops that I know. They're not like buddies, but I just know them. Hey, how are you doing, officer? You know, just be nice to cops, face to face, whatever. Eventually, whatever. And so then I go to ask a dude, or I think about it right before I do. I wanted him to run my tag to see if it was legal or not. It sounded like a great idea until I pulled in and I'm like, wait a second, like, we're not buddies. Do I ask a police officer to run my tag to see if it's legal or not?
Why did that come to mind at all?
Because how else do you find out? You have to go to the DMV, make an appointment, wait for 2 hours.
No, I mean, you can go on the website and I think you could type it in. Like, you could type in your ID on there.
I tried. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to do that, and I couldn't find out.
So were you just purposefully looking for like a ticket or something? Were you trying to be thrown in jail or?
I literally tried online. I tried to do everything to figure it out myself. I couldn't, so I explained to the officer the situation, and I thought about it for like 5 minutes before, and I was like, "Hey, here's the situation." Luckily, it was a guy that I know. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
I think we're at the age point now where we are older than a lot of cops.
I mean, yeah, they're probably some
At
young
least
bucks
where
out
I'm
of
at.
school.
Yeah, at least where I'm at, there's like a lot of younger cops in the force that are like 23, 24, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like they look at me and I'm a little bit older than them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I never thought about that when I was younger. But yeah, now it's like, hey kid, can you freaking help me? Because this situation I'm in. He was like, sure.
Hey,
You know?
Sonny, can you help me out? Help an old man out.
It didn't really work that way, but he was like, you want me to run your tag and see if you're legal? And I was like, as soon as he said that, I said, oh shoot, I'm in trouble. And he's like, yeah, I'll help you out.
Bro,
So were you clean?
At least you'll know. Yeah, it
What'd
came
you
back
say?
clean. Came back clean. It was transferred.
were you
Everything.
expecting something?
No, I just didn't know because I bought a new car and I had a temporary tag, and the dealership told me that once my tag transferred, they would call me and let me know. They never did. I've been calling the dealership and they have not like been picking up, calling me back, nothing.
Yeah, they got your money. They don't need to
No.
fuck with you
Yeah.
anymore.
So what am I gonna
Yeah.
do? Go to the DMV, wait hours? Like that's the whole thing. Like the DMV is
Hours?
or whatever. I don't freaking know.
Dude, I haven't waited hours for years. Like
It's
it's
because
since
you
when I
live
first
in freaking.
Nah, bro.
Where do
Even
you
when I
live?
lived in I live in Omaha, Nebraska. Sure, yes. I did just buy a car recently, and it took me literally 10 minutes to go in and out of the DMV. But in Altamont Springs, I waited there maybe 20 minutes, bro. And even then, they have the fucking, you can put your phone in and you can just go drive around and they'll text you when you're like 5 minutes out.
Sure. So, but the whole thing is when you buy a new car, it's supposed to be like they do it all for you.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, was it done? Was it not done? How do I check it? Without going to the DMV and
you could probably just called.
Maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know.
Man, I feel like you went out of your way.
Instead, I went up to a cop and said, "Hey, can you run my tag?" I don't know.
A fucking cop, dude, a cop.
But I was honest about the situation. He laughed and he was like, "Yep, you're good. So that's probably sweat off your back. You're worried about getting pulled over. This, and that." He's like, "You've been probably stressing for days." And I was like, "Yeah, that was exactly it."
Jesus. Sounds like a great interaction. These are the type of police interactions we need to highlight in our media. But I think it only works out for you because, you know.
He's such a nice guy.
You got gray hair.
He has that fucking goatee, dude.
Yeah.
That goatee.
I mean, that's the only reason why.
I mean, I do like it, though, but that was it, man.
Dude, listen, whatever, that could be a possibility.
Those Orlando cops have never been nice.
That could be a possibility, but I actually met, and sure, all right, we're talking about this. I met a couple great cops recently that, that guy, he's a younger guy. I feel like he's more on like the people side, you know? I actually don't like, well, no, I don't want to say that on the podcast in case he ever seen this. But him and his friends, they're all younger. You know, these are like 23-year-olds and they're cops. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, we trust these people? They're like college kids, you know? Can't believe it. Can't freaking believe it. But I got pulled over, I don't know, probably a month ago now or something like that. And it was from this dude that, just nice guy. He did the thing. I don't know how it is over there, but like cops here are doing all these crazy safety precautions now, where they like fog you out, like with the fog lights, where like you can't see anything. You get pulled over, and then they shine their lights on all your mirrors.
Oh, you're getting blinded. Yeah.
And then approach you from the passenger side and whatever.
Yeah.
Approached me and then like immediately tried to like, I don't know, just like talk to you and be, it was a young black guy and he was trying to talk to you and he's like, listen, I know the younger generation or like our generation, he was like my age, he's like, we all hate cops and stuff, and I just want to, because he was trying to talk to me about music and stuff. He's like, oh, you got music here, what do you do, da, da, da. And he's like, the whole time, like, I'm trying to like give him my registration stuff, and I'm like shaking a little bit and like trying to do the thing, and he's like, you know, all right, I got you, like, what do you play in this? And I'm like, this has nothing to do with why you're pulling me over, why the heck are you talking to me about this stuff? But I appreciate him afterwards because he was trying to like make the situation normal or whatever, and he talked to me about it afterwards because I asked him about it. He's like, everybody hates cops right now. I'm just trying to like
get a better image.
Situation get better.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I appreciate that, you know.
And anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Oh, son of a awful, right? My headphones are dying. Jesus.
Well, should we take an intermission?
No. Boom. Look at that. The other one goes in.
Wow.
Whoa.
Like two of them.
Oh, no. They're dead.
They're dead? So how are we going to continue communicating?
Well, I mean, talk. Can you hear me?
Yeah, of course.
Does it sound okay?
It sounds a little better, actually. At least on my end.
It sounds better?
A little on my end.
Word. Well, I mean, the only thing is that you guys sound far away.
Oh, wow. So I guess we have to yell like this.
No, I wonder if I can put because like, I wonder if the sound, oh no.
Well, Chris,
It's
you're
not, for some
doing
reason
the
my sound's
separate
not on
audio
speakerphone.
recordings, right?
Huh?
Yes, I'm doing separate audio recordings. At least I hope it's going to be that way. If it's going to be more work, I'm just going to keep everything all in one audio
So
tape.
if I talk like this, then maybe you'll still be able to hear me, Mag. Mag's gone.
Oh wow, we lost a brave soul. Hey, look, he came back.
Can you hear yourselves at all?
Yeah, I
You
mean
can hear
myself.
yourself
No,
talk?
I can hear you.
Sweet. Talk, Brian.
Talk. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Nice. Okay. All right. Speakerphone.
So we had a slight technical difficulty, but now we're back in action
I
to give
apologize,
you
guys.
all this great content, guys. Wonderful content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go to our website. We're on Patreon, Spotify, Google Podcast. What else is there? We're not on those yet.
All of it. No, all of it, dude. Check your phone, and I promise you we're there.
Yeah, we just sent you a message right now. None of that is true.
Hold up. You gotta give me a second. My fucking ACs or my heater's about to kick on, and it's gonna be loud. Let me turn this bitch off.
What kind of heaters do you have over there? Are they the radiators?
No, it's not a radiator. It's a heater, like a central AC.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. What?
Sorry, I'm from New York. We don't. You got to be rich to have that.
You're from New York now.
Well, I mean, first, I got this Brooklyn shirt. Second, I've been living there for years. And third, yes, in New York City, I don't know if you've ever been to like those old apartments, but they have like the old radiator heaters that just shoot out steam. And that's how you keep your home warm. And it's not even controlled by you. It's controlled by the building. And sometimes they don't even turn that bitch on, so you got to freeze. And then sometimes it gets incredibly hot. So you literally have a steam room in your living room or something. And well, that's New York for you. Those really old, decrepit buildings. Have you ever been to the city?
I've never been to New York at all.
Dang. And now we're not. I don't think we could go. We're dirty.
Yeah, right?
We're infected now.
We could talk about COVID, but
Yeah, I don't mind talking about any of that. I just don't want to put fake information out there, like not like whatever. Listen, guys, get your vaccines, get your 3 shots, get your 4th shot when the 5th becomes available. Get that 5th shot. I'm already in line for my 6th shot. Okay, get the 7th. Don't forget about that. Double mask, 6 feet apart.
Yeah, I know lots of people double masking and.
Do you really?
And stuff. Yeah.
No way, dude.
People that are double vaccinated and triple boosted and
triple boosted
or whatever, triple shot, and they're double masking.
Yeah.
And they're still just going to work and going straight home.
And they're coughing everywhere. They're sick everywhere. I don't understand this. These people are, and then the other thing that blows my mind is people are literally coughing, hacking up a lung, dying, fever, chills, and they're like, I need to get a test. I don't know if I'm sick. And then they're there in the testing zones, dying, and it's like, come on, do you really need a test to let you know you're sick? Like, what? How do you normally feel?
Well, I guess it's what they're sick with.
Are you sick or are you not sick?
Yeah, are you sick or are you not sick?
I get what you're saying, but I get what they're doing. They're trying to figure out if it's COVID or not. You don't know, so that doesn't resonate with you guys figuring out if it is or not.
Look, my belief is if you're already experiencing fever, chills, you're coughing up a lung, your snot is dripping out of your nose, you have to come out in Florida with a blanket, to get tested. I think you should stay home.
Of course, absolutely.
I think you're doing more harm than good at this point. Whether or not you have COVID or the flu, like you're infectious with whatever
stay
it
home.
is.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. Yeah, if it gets bad, then just go to the fucking hospital. I get it.
Yeah, don't come out here getting the rest of us that need to show negative proof to these employers, like, and you're trying to get tested so you can go back to work.
So I live in the beautiful state of Florida, and I'm confused at what's going to happen now because so many of these businesses are saying that people got to get tested and this, and that, and then other places are saying you don't have to get tested. I'm talking about vaccinated or non-vaccinated people.
Like you're saying in the workplace, or you're saying?
Yeah, just in workplaces. And this is he or she said here, however that phrase goes. So
yeah, hearsay.
We don't necessarily have to talk about it, but like a little bit confusing because it's like, whoa, like wait a second, like Florida is supposed to be like the place that doesn't care about any of this stuff, and
yeah,
now it's coming down to like everybody's got to get tested. It's like, wait, what? I heard that today. Everybody has to get tested, vaccinated or not vaccinated. Where is that coming from? I didn't hear that on the news yet.
Is that from your job? Is what you're hearing?
Jobs in plural.
Yeah, plural. Yeah. Got it.
So something down the grapevine that hasn't hit us yet. Somebody's doing something interesting.
It's that flu Rona that we were talking about.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
they're
no.
like, that shit's gonna fucking kill everybody.
There's
you
another
gotta
one.
be tested, triple, quadruple mask. Like, don't even come out. Actually,
Did you hear about the French variant? Le French variant.
Oh yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, so the flu Rona isn't a real variant. It's just people are getting influenza and COVID at the same time together. But now there's a new variant straight from France. Some dude from Cameroon, or some passenger came from Cameroon, landed in France, tested positive, and earlier today I saw that they got 12 with that new variant. This is old news. This is like 2 days already. Don't worry, it'll be here in our shores
it'll be in
next
a theater near you soon.
Or HBO Max.
Check it out. We're running out of this 40 time limit.
We're at 10 minutes.
Look, running out of time, we removed the time limit on my meeting. Why? Does China love this conversation? Is this so odd? Are you guys enjoying this? We can talk freely?
We can talk freely now about it. Absolutely.
Yeah, forget the 40-minute time limit.
We got past the checkpoint.
All right, cool. Yeah. I love China. China is the best, and COVID actually originated in Zimbabwe, and then somehow it got to China.
Somehow
it started.
Somehow it wasn't the CCP's fault. We love the CCP. By the way, this is brought by our sponsors. The CCP. We love you guys. So where's our money?
Oh no.
Are they gonna pay us yet?
Now you fucked it up. They cut our feet off now.
Dude, did you guys hear about oh man, what was that guy's name? This super famous Chinese dude that just disappeared.
Famous? Do you mean the tennis player?
No.
Or do you mean
business guy?
The owner of Alibaba?
What did he do?
What, the owner of Alibaba? Is that who you were saying?
Yeah, yes. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Yeah, that dude.
I don't know the specifics, but he said something in regards to like the way they do capitalism, or he said something controversial to that government, and they had to maybe re-educate him. on the glories of the CCP.
But he just like disappeared, gone. Zoop.
Yeah,
Or at
but
least
he
I
came
haven't
back.
heard from him since like months ago.
Well, he's back. He's out there. They
Oh,
they
he
let,
is.
yeah, they let him out. He's good.
I think they have to when it comes
I
to
mean,
people like that.
well, the tennis player I think is still MIA.
People
happened
don't
with this
really
tennis
care
player?
about tennis players, but Alibaba is like the biggest
Well,
thing. You know what I
the
mean?
tennis player said some politician sexually abused her or something, or some coach, whatever, sexual harassment through leadership, and that wasn't reflected well upon the.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Heck. Anyway, I hope she's doing all right, and I hope that she gets found.
Yeah. Well,
And
I'm
so-
sure she's found. It's just I hope she gets released.
Or released. Well, in brighter
Or
news,
release.
In brighter news,
how about those sport teams, huh?
how about him, man?
Listen, it's all about getting points. I don't follow.
Well, what do you guys know about sports anyway? Tell me all the facts that you know about sports, starting with Chris. Now,
Listen,
go.
you got to be number one. That's
No,
the only.
no. Relevant facts.
Yeah,
Skip
number
the
one.
bullshit.
Listen,
Skip
You gotta
the
get-
skip the faking stuff. Like,
all right.
what's
You gotta
happening
get-
in football right now?
Mm.
It is January
So-
5th, 2022. What's happening in football?
Traumatic
really know.
brain injuries.
Huh?
Traumatic brain injuries.
Oh,
No, they
100%.
stopped that because you can't tackle a quarterback anymore.
Well, supposedly, what I do know is some player got kicked off of a team recently, and like in the middle of a match, and the dude like left and took an Uber home, and I don't know. He literally
I
quit.
saw like some headline for that, so I know you're talking about, but I don't know who that was.
Yeah, I don't either, man. Because sports ain't us. That's not us, dude.
He just
Yeah.
said, forget this. I'm out, and like just literally got his phone in the middle.
Well, yeah. Apparently, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know everything. I heard it from a podcast. And
I got
they
you.
yeah. I heard it from another
We need to
podcast.
get our information better.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Next episode though, we're gonna have it down. All right.
Yes, next
no.
episode we're gonna bring in a screen. We're gonna have some supportive video. We're gonna do all of that stuff to give you, the viewer, the information that you need.
Because we're number one, and this is
That
a
was the
sports
best
team.
you looked ever on this podcast, Chris.
Yeah.
Listen, I look great all the time.
Always.
Always.
You looked like an actor
100.
that I would like to watch.
Absolutely.
For 3
That's wonderful.
seconds.
You're watching me right now, America. Thank you. By the way, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know, tell your mom about us.
Yeah. Tell your mom's house about us too, because I want to be on that
All
show.
that. Get back to the football.
Yeah, it's all about scoring more points.
That's all I got for you, bro. That was the rest of the story.
Dude, I like football, except I just don't watch it, and I don't care to know about anything about it.
So
But
yeah,
the
you really
idea-
like it.
The idea of football is awesome. All
kind
I
of a-
know about football is that the Miami Dolphins lost 7 games in a row, and then they won 7 games in a row.
Nice.
And no other team's ever done that. So I think Miami's just the best, right?
Listen, sometimes you got to lose all and win all.
I don't know.
Yeah.
At this point, that was a couple weeks ago. So at this point, it's like maybe like the Super Bowl is already like set in stone, or the playoffs, or when does the Super Bowl happen? Like January or February or something?
I think it's
Maybe-
February.
Yeah, maybe they already figured out the playoffs. I really don't know how it works at this point. I know that the Dolphins, like the whole entire season, they were like, oh, they freaking suck, blah, blah, blah. And then they just were like, lost 7 games, won 7 games. And then it was like, oh, wait a second, they might be okay for the playoffs. Like, I don't know. Other than that, I don't really know anything. My father, though, he freaking loves football. So what I used to do was watch the YouTube. What I figured out is you can go on YouTube, watch like the 10-minute highlights. It just takes the every single good play. You know,
Yeah,
that's it. You
yeah,
get the
yeah.
quick clips. It's like the cliff notes for
Yeah.
football. Dude, 10 minutes of your life. Like, that's freaking great. What is your dad into?
Not
Cooking.
football.
Cooking. Can
Yeah.
you do that for cooking? You know?
I mean, I guess, but I don't know what the top 10 cooks of the week are. You know what I mean? Like those plays of the week.
Yeah.
They're just like
super
this
hard
week.
to do.
Huh?
Super hard to do.
Hell yeah, it's super hard to do. Absolutely. So I don't know how this is relevant to cooking, but
Exactly,
I'm
it's
gonna have
not
to look
relevant.
on YouTube. Maybe that's a thing that we're missing in the cooking world is the top 10 plays. You know, that's what we're
So
missing.
far, the
Maybe
top
we
10
got to
plays
fill
are
that
all
in.
coming from Ramsey, which I don't believe he's actually maybe not even really the best cook, you know?
I mean, he's made a name for himself.
But is he a celebrity or a cook?
Oh man.
I mean, I've
You know
seen
what I'm
I've seen
saying?
episodes where he cooked stuff for
Yeah.
people.
No,
I
see
see
him
people
cook
people
things.
regard him as like a cook, but he
Really?
just happens to be a celebrity.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that much about him, but I did think about that, and I asked people and wondered about it because I was like, I figured he's like a better, like, probably, like, he's a celebrity. Maybe he's a good cook. Like, I'm not gonna doubt that he's a good cook, but like the best in the world, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, he's probably not the best in the world, but like he's good at being a celebrity. Like, obviously he spent more time creating a business that he can make movies and stuff like that, or TV shows about cooking, rather than just spending that time becoming a better cook. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like maybe like when he first got into the scene though, as far as like becoming a celebrity, he was top of the game. I mean, I don't know. I think after you do your 10,000 hours, you're a pro, right? So you know this
Are
man's
you?
got.
Because what is
Huh?
a pro? Are you?
Huh?
Because what is a pro?
I don't know, but that's what they say. That's
Listen,
what they say,
we're
dude.
on our way to become pros. We're gonna have 10,000 hours of content for you, the viewer.
The viewer. The viewer.
For you. Oh boy, but
Mac,
maybe
or
those
Chris,
10,000 hours have that.
do you guys think you've done 10,000 hours in any single thing?
Breathing.
Oh yeah, I think so for sure, definitely. Editing videos and stuff like that, working on websites as a young child, yeah, all the way till now for sure, definite, easy.
And do you feel like you're a master at it?
No, fuck no, on none of
And
those
that's
things.
where the 10,000 rule or 10,000 hour rule, like
It's supposed to come into play. Yeah.
Yeah, because when that comes into play, like maybe I did. Yeah, I've definitely done 10,000 hours in music, but like I still suck compared to like.
But don't you
Yeah.
think that some people would look at you as a pro? You're playing
Yeah.
at fucking bars. You're playing. You're help teaching people. You're
I-
doing all sorts of
Sure,
stuff. Like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Consider you a
I
pro.
make a living doing it, but that doesn't make me like a master. They said in that 10,000 hour, like where the 10,000 hour rule came from, was you master a skill at 10,000 hours.
So I don't want to say that I'm I don't want to sit here and say that I'm a master developer or a master video editor, but I think I mastered all the basics.
So I'm wondering, has the idea of skill set changed? Because, you know, they used to say 10,000 hours, that's all you need to master a skill. But because everything is like so much more fluid, like between like, you know, if you're a musician, like I am, it's like you have to be a business person. You have to be this. It's not just about playing the instrument. You have to do like, all these things. If you're a web developer or the guy that shoots behind the camera, like there's all these other things that you have to do because everything's DIY now, or DIY, right?
DIY.
DIY, yeah, sorry. Man, freaking
I mean,
cut that
to
from
some
the
people,
podcast.
to some people like us, yeah, maybe, but there are lucky people that don't have to do it on their own. They just get a job somewhere.
Right, but most people are doing it themselves now. That's like kind of the way to go. There are people that like get things and make things happen, but like most people are doing it that way, right?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like,
I
for
don't
instance,
either.
when I was in New York, and there were some freelancers, but then there were people that worked for the media, in the media, with agencies, with these people, and that like actually embedded part of those teams, and not freelancers. I mean, I did both. I was freelance and worked for City Hall. Like there's jobs out there for these things. People do them. Not everyone's a freelancer
Right, but
or
like
independent.
there's all of America right now, and you could be a videographer and work for like the things that are out there, which is all that there used to be. But now you could be like a 12-year-old kid and become famous on TikTok.
I mean,
Those
you
are
can,
the
but
you have to say those are videographers too.
I'm not saying that they're not videographers, but not every 12-year-old is making it on TikTok.
Not every 12-year-old, but it's like a whole thing that's happened, right?
I mean, there's a whole thing with everything. People are making money on NFTs. You guys in the NFT
Right,
craze?
right. And none of this existed before because it used to be like cookie cutter. Like you do this, you do that, like and now it's just like
A whole
Yes,
new world.
proliferated, tremendously to the point where a 12-year-old could get on a camera now and reach a million people. Yes, but I don't think every 12-year-old is getting out there and reaching millions of people.
not every 12-year-old, but neither is every 30-year-old or 20-year-old or 40-year-old,
Yeah, absolutely not. Except for us.
So
That's where we come in.
that's
We're
where
going
we
to
come
reach
in.
everyone. We're going to have the biggest audience. Look
It's
at
one
that.
of those things where
We should
becoming
start
a
a boy band.
master
Forget this podcast.
Already,
becoming a
episode
master at
2,
your
done.
skill already becomes obsolete because 10,000 hours isn't enough. I think it's infinite hours because
Well, but maybe it's 10,000 hours per subject because you're saying like being a businessman, being a salesperson of yourself. You know what I mean? Like plus being a musician, 10,000 hours in being a musician, you're a master, and then 10,000 hours into a business. You know what I mean?
sure, that's what I started trying to say. That was
Uh,
like my initial point, but
uh.
then it was like everything's changing because I could spend 10,000 hours on guitar, right? Maybe I'm like a master guitarist, but like okay, I get what you're saying because yeah, I'll be a master guitarist, but why is that relevant? Because now there's MIDI controllers, this, and that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, but I mean, with a MIDI controller, like they're like, I mean, an electric guitar or something, MIDI controller. You know what I
All
mean?
right,
Like,
let's sidestep that. What if 10,000 hours on guitar? Now new guitar players are playing different things.
okay,
So I'm a master at what I practiced,
okay,
not at
at guitar.
yeah, not at guitar because there's new things, and what I have practiced and what I'm good at is not relevant anymore. It doesn't matter because new things happen.
Gotcha.
Same thing with video. I feel like we live in a time now, like with video and stuff, maybe it's like easier to adapt. But imagine like filming, you did your 10,000 hours on film, or like you had the big like circular like things, You did all that. You're a freaking pro. And then digital comes out.
Yeah, but you still got the eye. Like, so, I mean, it's just a new tool, and you have the skills, and you use those skills with that tool now, and you learn that tool. You know what I'm saying? So like you understand music, you understand tonality, like how tones work on like on a scale or anything, and you can use that to jump from guitar to keyboard. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like it's like you kind of unlock the first. If there's 10 steps, you unlock the first 6 already because you already know the basics of music. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just now you got to learn that last little part for that instrument, that specific instrument.
Which is killing, because I think you're killing a saxophonist. I hope you play saxophone on the podcast one day. That would be excellent.
Oh, dude, it's been years since I played that saxophone.
Next episode, guys, Mag is gonna give us a little show tune.
Yeah, next episode, I'm actually gonna be out of town, man. It's
episode
pretty
3,
wild.
Mag on the saxophone, yeah, baby. No, but like, okay, so like you know the saxophone, you know the clarinet, and that's like the struggles you have to come across. Minute things because you put in the work. But when it comes down to like, all right, here's Ableton. The learning curve's not as easy, right?
Okay, sure. But you understand music. So like, but same thing with Ableton. So you jump onto Ableton. You become a pro at Ableton. Okay.
Sure, are you a pro at Ableton?
Huh?
But are you a pro at Ableton?
No, but what I'm saying is it's the same concept. Like you become a pro. It's a tool. That is just a tool to be used within music. You get what I'm saying? So if you already understand music, you understand that there's a math behind it, then you can use Ableton. The same thing as you can jump onto Logic, or you can jump onto Fruity Loops, or whatever the fuck else there is out there. It's just you have the skill, and that skill leans, it helps out.
So you probably have to spend another 10,000 hours.
I mean, I don't think you do, because you already cut down, like I said, you already got the knowledge down, so that's gone. Like you don't need to. As far as music goes, that part of the thing is out of the picture. So you're already 6 steps ahead. You know what I mean? So now it's just learning the tool itself.
How much does traditional music theory matter in today's world?
I think it matters, bro.
I think it does too. Even with there is a traditional music theory to pop music, and you know what I'm saying? Like there's a structure, and that structure is made. So I mean,
a lot of today's music, there is no, like, it doesn't adapt to contemporary or sorry, not contemporary. It doesn't adapt to traditional music theory at all. The only reason why learning traditional music theory makes sense, when you learn, that's the trick, that's the problem. When you learn in school and stuff, you learn that like all pop music, like, oh, you learn this stuff in the pop music, it's this your way. Pop music's doing a completely different thing. It's all different. Like, it doesn't adhere to any of the rules of traditional music theory rules, right?
okay.
But what it does do for you is when you learn music theory and you learn how to reason with music, now you have like a sort of reasoning. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So you learn like how to reason with music. So if I were to show you a song, it's not going to make sense if you were to try to like analyze it. You're going to be like, oh, that's not like anything like Beethoven's music or these other guys, right? But because you know how to analyze, you're going to go tick, 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 tick. Okay, it's these things. I've never seen this before. But I will be able to, like, now that I've recognized this weird thing that I've never seen before, I will be able to do it again. Does that make sense? Because you know how to analyze. That's the only thing that you're learning from it. So when I learn pop songs, sometimes they take a longer time than classical or jazz songs, because there's
to do what?
To understand what's going on, because it's completely new thing. Leave the Door Open. Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic. That song, actually, I learned pretty quick because it was like, it's a pop song.
Yeah.
It caught in my ear really fast, you know. I liked it. But analytically, if you wanted to analyze that song, do it. Analyze it. Mac, analyze freaking that song.
For what? What are you getting at?
It doesn't make sense in traditional theory.
I think we lost all our viewers by this point. Whoever the hell was on the show is gone. I'm gone.
For sure. Michael already clocked out, dude. Like if he's our one viewer, he already clocked out.
One viewer. Oh, we got one like. That wasn't me though. I don't know who the fuck did that. That was you?
Yeah.
You podcast. I want natural, organic fucking stats.
Bro, you gotta fucking feed into the algorithm. If it's just 0, nobody's gonna see shit. Somebody sees 1 like or 2 like or 3 likes.
All right, fine.
You get what I'm saying? Now
all I'm trying to say is that if you looked at it, like, it sounds great, right? It's easy to listen to, but like if you look at it, it sounds great. It's easy to listen to, right? But it has nothing to do with what you're used to listening to. So
yeah, I mean, I guess I haven't.
Awesome about it. That's what's so cool about it, is because it's so easy to listen to. Me, you lived with me. You know how I am. I've been like, fuck this and fuck that. And that I was like, fuck yeah, this is amazing. And then I look at the chords and I'm like, these chords don't make any fucking sense at all. Like, nothing. You know, it doesn't make one bit of sense. It's not something that somebody can just type in a fucking Ultimate Guitar. Like, they're weird chords. They don't go together. It's just weird chords. But when you listen to it, you're like, I can rock
But I think
this,
that's most of music is that. It does, like, mathematically and on paper, it doesn't make sense. But
no,
reason,
I disagree.
Totally
I think most music does work out.
Okay, well, I'll have to listen, or I'll have to look at that song, or if you want to send me your analysis, because I'm not gonna analyze that bitch.
So time out before we go on. I wanna call it in because it is now pretty late. It's 11:30. I think that we've gone well over an hour.
Oh, word.
And
yeah,
I need
and it's perfect because my phone just told me that I have 5%.
Okay, great. So we're going to say goodbye to you, America, the world, our friends, people we love, our fans, right here on episode 2.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All right.
Hey,
and
goodbye, everybody that's not listening or listening.
Or listening, yeah, and also go fuck yourself too. I guess, you know, like either way. Yeah, I love you, and also go fuck yourself. All right.
We can't be stealing
copyrighted shit. Come on,
hey, I don't want to
Wait, who says that?
Bill Burr.
Yeah.
That's right. He
absolutely does.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, yo. Well, that's you know what it is? It's not copyright. It's an homage.
Just for the Patreon, because if this goes on for like years and years, what if, I just want to put on the record, just because you said that. I was talking about Bill Burr the last episode. And
yeah.
Like, dude, what if we got Bill Burr on this shit eventually one day,
Bro, listen, we got to work hard.
We'd have to work real hard.
We got to podcast like monsters. We got to become great.
Yeah, we're nobodies. And I don't know. Yeah, dude, whatever. If we fucking monetize and we're happy and whatever, like, great.
We just got to be witty, bro. We got to get our wits and write a good screenplay.
None of us are comedians. Mag, all right, one of the three of us has to become a comedian to make it happen. I vote Mag.
Me too. I vote Mag to be the comedy genius.
Mag, you have to become a stand-up comic.
You gotta
work on that on the side.
All right, yeah. Oh, yeah. God damn it. All right.
This shit's gonna cut off.
Anyway, that's it. Let's cut the show.
Right, bye, guys.
Peace out.
Mag's gonna become friends with Bill Burr. See you later.
Sweet. Tomorrow,
Have a great day. Thanks for watching.